Hi guys, this is my Syngonium Golden Allusion or Gold Allusion. This is the first time I've vlogged this particular plant itself. I hope you're going to enjoy my video. You're going to hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. All of my social media accounts, including what I use for this particular plant, will be in the description section as usual, so do check that out. I apologize that, even to myself, that I didn't really vlog this particular plant as soon as I got it. It's been a year. I actually had to split her because she was getting way too big for her pot. So it's been a year, like I said, and she was sitting in the same pot, 6-inch pot, and pretty much outgrew that. So the other half I split into a different one, and I will vlog that as well. But right now we're going to focus on this one, Golden Allusion or Gold Allusion. So basically it will have like kind of a yellowish leaf when it first pops out, and red veins. And when it gets older, the leaves become like this. It's just a green. And of course, because it's Syngonium, and most Syngoniums really are, they have like this natural variegation to them. I don't even know if that's really real natural variegation, but what I've noticed with them is that they usually just have like unusual colorings, and a lot of them have like variegation. So I wanted to show you guys before like I took this one out, you know, things like that, because these are dead. So these happened due to the fact that they were slightly underwatered. What I've noticed with Syngoniums, depending on the variety, is that some of them can tolerate getting a little too dry versus others. This one can tolerate a little bit more versus the Syngonium albo that I do have, the pink splash, and I think it's because it doesn't really have a ton of variegation. So from my very limited experience with Syngoniums, the more variegation it has, the thirstier the plant is, and the more high maintenance they become. So something like a Gold Allusion, it definitely is more high maintenance versus the Batik or the Gold Butterfly. And I think it's because it pops up like a yellow green, or this is why it's called Golden or Gold Allusion. I will also show you what I mean. So this happened because I probably didn't water her 2 to 3 days when she wanted me to do it. She gets watered when her top part, she just got watered, I think, recently. The top part, I would say 1/8 of it is dry and can be moved around, and that is the complete, all of the top part of the soil. If there is a little bit dampness on the top of the soil, I do not water that day. That will make it yellow. That means it's overwatered. Yellowing leaves doesn't really mean it is overwatered all the time. Sometimes it can also mean underwatering. Like this. This is a typical underwatered kind of look where it's yellow and it's got the brown tips. With my albo, it usually doesn't yellow when it's underwatered. It just crisps up, and that is what I've noticed for my Syngonium albo or imperial white or emerald green, emerald gem. If you're also new to Syngoniums, each variety can have between 3 to 5 or even over 10 different names. They're very, very popular all over the world. That's why they have different nicknames and different kind of just marketing names from different nurseries. But it's just, you know, kind of flashy and things like that. And if you are from Australia, they actually call this plant a butterfly plant. In different parts of the world, they only call this a arrowhead plant because it looks like an arrowhead. If you've noticed that. Here, might be easier. So she will splash like these kind of mutations. That's very normal to plants, really. They will have a mutation here and there. So I tried putting this very close to a west-facing window. When I say very close, it's either next to a window or between 1 to 2 feet away. That didn't work out. It started to brown up, but this was last year. She sits and only gets direct northern light in the sunnier days. So that would be summer months only. For most of the year, I would say 90% of the year, she only gets LED plant light, and all of that will be linked down below, as I mentioned before. That light is on when I wake up in the morning, so between 7 to 8, and that goes off. It's on minimum 12-hour days. Sometimes it can be longer, but that stays on until I go to bed usually. That's the last light I turn off before I go up into my room. So here she is. And there are other people that don't really know what these are. These are called aerial roots. And aerial roots are just roots that grow above the soil or any medium or substrate. And they're called aerial roots is because the only thing that they're really exposed to is air. They're not getting any water. They're not getting any nutrients from the soil. They're not touching substrate like bark or pebbles or rocks or pond, anything like that. So that's why. And it's nothing to be concerned of. It's just if you do want to propagate this one, this is a node right here. I remember when I was researching what nodes were, and it was very, very difficult. So a node is a horizontal line on every plant. Well, I guess not every plant, but most plants. I think every plant has a node. I don't know. I'm not really a botanist, but I would say most plants have nodes. And if there is a node, that means you have a high chance of propagating. So if you want to make a secondary plant for this one, what you could do is clip below the node. What I usually do is clip further like down here. And the reason that I do that is because I can pop it in my medium and it stays there better versus if I clip it like right here. But it always has to be below a node. If you clip above here, it's a very rare chance and it's a very slim chance that it will actually grow into a plant. It can actually grow roots, but not into an actual plant. And I don't know really much with how they do it with Syngoniums. There's been a lot of heated debate in regards to that, but to really be safe, do it below the node. Like this one, if I wanted to clip this, I can clip it right here, but I have to be careful because there's a leaf right here. So clip it here, and then I can clip it right there, and so on and so forth. And I have more over here. Have I clipped this? No, I don't really plan on propagating this. I already have total of 3 right now, and that's good enough for me. If I will clip it, I have a hard time really like throwing away plants. And so if I do clip it, I'll probably propagate it and I don't know, sell it locally or give it away. Probably give it away. I'm not really sure. There's no plans in regards to that. And sometimes what I've done is I make it bushier. So if I do want to clip it, I could just clip it, propagate it. And once it has a heavier set of roots, I can put it in the same pot and just make it bushier and bushier. And if you've noticed, she is getting really long. This is a trailing or climbing plant. So just in case you want that type of plant, you could do that. A lot of people actually hang these. I usually don't hang any of my plants. I prefer them to be sitting down and I trail them. So here she is, and I just wanted to document that. Again, she gets north light, and the northern light I would say is about 12 to 15 feet away. And if you know anything about northern light, that is the end of the day light. That is the sunset. And that is the darkest out of all the 4 directions of light and the shortest amount of time. So primarily, really, she gets LED lit and she survives. If you're looking for a dark spot and all you have is an LED light and You might even want to turn on the LED light maybe like 3 to 6 hours in a day. This can definitely survive. I'm not really sure about it thriving if you only keep it that much. If you put this in a spot where there's no natural light, I would suggest put a supplemental light. Plants always need some kind of light at least, even if it's only 1 to 2 hours in a day. Just don't expect her to thrive. Currently, just with the lights, just with the plant lights alone, well, not really. I have a reminder for a weekly to check if she needs to be watered. She is getting watered between 5 to 10 days, depending on the season of the year. If it is spring or like very bright out and she's getting the northern light, she tends to be watered closer to 5 or 6 days. If it is more in the colder days and she never gets any kind of natural light, she tends to be watered closer to 2 weeks. So I would say if you're new to this, to being a plant parent, and also with this particular plant and this variety, what I would check is the soil on the top part. Also, the soil that I use is a all potting mix, an all-purpose. Try to get one that actually drains really well, a good brand. Don't get anything that is moisture controlling or like added too much moisture. I don't really know how to deal with that, and when I did try to use that before, it gave me like gnats and root rot. And I don't really typically overwater my plants. So what I would say is check the top part of the soil, give it about 1/16 to 1/8 that it would dry out. If in case it already has this kind of brown tip and it's not 1/8 yet or 1/16, it's indicating that she's already thirsty. So what I would do is I would remember how often that was and how much moisture is gone, and how deep you had to get it to be dry before you watered. That's what I would do, because every environment is different, and every home is going to be uniquely different, and that is what I do for mine. I do have centralized heat and air. I also do have a built-in humidifier. But here's the thing, built-in humidifiers only kick in the humidity if the air or the heat is on. If it's not on, it is not pushing out humidity 24/7. I do not provide extra humidifier for this one. So it really is one of those like very easy to care. However, if you don't know what you're doing, you can definitely still kill any plant, not just Syngoniums. So here she is. If you want to talk about this particular plant by itself or with me, let me know down in the comment section below. I love hearing from you guys all the time. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.